body of Christ here in the United States, worldwide. This Wednesday, May 30th, Rob Conrad here in the Atlanta, Georgia area at the global microphone of Heisnear.com. And while so much is happening in today's world, the actual times we're living in match up right now with Daniel chapter 11 verse 21's prophecy, Daniel 11:21's prophecy, saying that Antichrist will come in a time of tranquility, which are the months leading right up to and adjacent to the very start of the foretold 7-year tribulation, Daniel 11:21. So things are at an apex right now, pointing right at the nearing start of the final horrendous 7 years. And personally, I'm watching like a hawk and waiting for the other shoe to drop in terms of Daniel 9:27's prophecy being the actual signing of the 7-year agreement. Now, right now, I want to address the legitimate question people sometimes ask, which is the United States named in Bible prophecies? And the answer to that is no. The United States is not specifically mentioned. However, there are numerous prophecies in the Bible, Old and New Testaments, which in their context actually include the United States. And there are Bible prophecies which, for example, use the term and refer to all nations, which obviously would include the United States. For example, still talking about the question, is the United States named in Bible prophecies? For example, in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3's prophecy, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it refers to they. And in this particular context, it refers to all those, the word they, that is, refers to all those worldwide, even possibly in the United States, who are not paying attention to end-time prophecies to such an extent that it says, while they are saying peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, which means the 7-year tribulation will begin when they did not even see it coming. Now the fact is, right now so far, the United States actually is the number one country in the world this moment, which is acting out this prophecy with President Trump and his mesmerized followers proclaiming peace and prosperity and safety. So obviously, many well-meaning Americans are right now believing in a false world outlook, in a false world hope, even believing America itself will be made great again and made greater than ever before, which, as I say, is a false hope, and it's the beginning stages of 1 Thessalonians 5:3's prophecy unfolding now of a coming false world outlook. 1 Thessalonians 5:3 also will be magnified shortly once the Pope of Rome steps into the global spotlight. And he will perpetuate this false world hope, which will cause even more millions of people worldwide to buy right into it. Now here's one more Bible prophecy I'll mention, of numerous, which also includes the United States. One more I'll mention, Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. Revelation 6:4 tells us that within a few weeks or maybe a few months into the 7-year tribulation, then it states that peace is taken from the earth. Revelation 6:4. Peace is taken from the earth. Now, the term peace and safety that I just talked about in 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it will disappear in Revelation 6:4. Because in Revelation 6:4 is exactly when the worst living nightmare on earth will literally begin at that point, even here in the United States. Peace is taken from the earth. That means that God's peace, for the first time in world history, is completely lifted from the earth with the red horse of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4. The red horse will suddenly erupt into unrestrained total chaos, unparalleled death, and unparalleled bloodshed, and unthinkable atrocities and crime will suddenly break out worldwide, even as I said, to some level here in the United States. That's guaranteed. And also Revelation chapter 9 verses 15 and 18 tell us that over 2 billion persons will die just within the first 3.5 years. In fact, those verses, Revelation chapter 9 verses 15 and 18, say specifically that 1/3 of mankind will die. It says it twice. And in fact, this coming 7-year tribulation will get increasingly worse and worse as it goes on. And so those are just two prophecies, 1 Thessalonians 5:3 and Revelation 6:4, which include the United States and include all nations, although I'm personally convinced that according to other prophecies, that many Americans who are blind right now will actually wake up in the coming days to see clearly and not be deceived anymore about this false hope and false world outlook foretold in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3.